that Muslims don't send them to jail at all.
Yeah, bro.
You don't did you guys kill Prophet Muhammad who married a 6-year-old?
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never married a 6-year-old.
So you disagree with this interpretation of the Quran, correct?
But you just said that was a hadith. That's not Quran.
What is it?
It's a hadith. You said
Yes,
that was just a hadith.
Do you disagree with that?
I do believe that some are strong and some are weak. I don't know the context though.
And this is what you get when you follow a religion that upholds itself on everything being corrupted. I got a rant to this. Turn on that notification bell, man. Today we're going to explore a couple of conversations between 2 female Muslims and 1 male Muslim. Now, this is going to expose what Islam is doing to the brains of its followers. There's a shutdown that takes place when you confront them with their own sources. Let's check it out.
Yo, how many priests has everyone heard had so many cases with kids, raping kids?
Hey, what happens to those priests? They go to jail.
And then they go to Israel, then they come back.
No, they go to jail.
You can search up.
You can search
jail. Hey, if I search up on this sex offender list right now,
Christian priests can't go to Israel because they're not Jews.
If I search up right now and sex offender lists around pedophiles near me, how many of them come up as white men?
What does that have to do with Islam?
This is a key point to jump in really quick to show the Muslim tactic. It's even done by the ignorant. All he's doing is saying, you guys have the same problem we do, so let's all just ignore it.
Brother, you're saying Islam is incompatible with America. If Islam is
we send sex offenders to jail. Your people don't.
You send offenders to jail, brother. I see them walking all the time, everywhere. What are you talking about?
They don't go to jail forever, but they get labeled as a sex offender forever.
Why don't they go to jail forever? If you rape a child, why do you deserve to live?
Listen, I'm on board with you, but the problem is that Muslims don't send them to jail at all.
Yeah, we kill them, bro.
You don't kill them. Did you guys kill Prophet Muhammad who married a 6-year-old?
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never married a 6-year-old. If you want to
He married Aisha, a 6-year-old, who said that she herself was married at 6 and consummated at 9. He raped her at 9 years old.
Where's your source? Pull up the hadith right now.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm happy to. Sahih al-Bukhari 5134, wedlock. The Prophet married her when she was 6 years old and consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. Hisham said, I have been informed Aisha remained with the Prophet for 9 years until his death.
So you do understand
he had sex with her at 9.
Okay.
Is that acceptable to you?
Wait, hold up. I get it. You said that 1,000 times, okay? Now let me talk, okay? There are so many classifications of hadiths.
Yep.
And a lot of them are untrue. They're not valid in this. So you have to talk about someone who's actually knowledgeable in this area, like a sheikh, to talk about this. Am I gonna talk about the Trinity and say that this is this and this is that without talking to a priest? You have to talk to someone about knowledgeable. Now, concerning with pedophilia and abuse rates in other countries, this is something that you can debate about. But regarding this, can you talk to me about the origins of the Bible in Aramaic and everything like that to me? No, you have to bring a priest.
Let's all take a moment of silence for that man's brain that just shut down and scurried away right after he got the source he asked for, and then proceeds to say he needs an imam or a scholar to explain to him what it means when this hadith says that Muhammad slept with a 9-year-old and married her at 6. Now all of a sudden you need help, and there are conversations that you can't have. But he was so confident, and I'm pretty sure he actually knew this existed, but he was banking on the fact that these brothers did not know the sources. And then as soon as they pull the sources, they try to pull the hadith, or there's a grading to it, there's a science and etc. And then he ends up bringing the Trinity and the compilation of the Bible and all of these baby tactics to try to get away from the fact your prophet, according to your Sahih graded hadith, whether you like it or not, says that he married a 6-year-old and had intercourse with her at the age of 9. And if you are arguing with these brothers that you do not like that, well, then you do not like Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah, Rebecca. 9.
Rebecca was not 3. That's a blatant lie. You can't give it. Chapter and verse. Chapter and verse. Chapter and verse.
Okay.
Chapter and verse. You got it? You got it? No, neither of you have it because it's made up. It's made up. Rebecca was
It's
not
made
3.
up?
She carried water for the camels. How did a fucking 3-year-old? Oh, the Hulk. She's carrying this big bucket of water for the camels. You know how much water camels drink? Rebecca was not 3. Even if she was, this is not considered the moral standard. Muhammad is the moral standard in Islam. Okay, we don't look at what happened to Rebecca as the moral standard. But hey, guess what? She wasn't 3. I know you guys love to bring this up.
You love to bring up Muhammad in this.
Philosophy.
So you're talking about the validity of the hadith about Aisha being married at 6 and consummated at 9. It's Sahih rated, which is the highest degree with the most validity.
You do know
That's
that
your
Sahih-
own Islamic
even Sahih-
scholars, by the way. They're saying this is correct.
Okay, you have sanad and all these classifications of hadith. Even Sahih can be wrong. There's classifications within that. It's a very complex topic.
Okay, so prove to me that it's wrong.
It's a very complex
All
topic
right.
that
Let's-
even I cannot talk about.
Now, Sahih is a very complex thing to talk about in Islam because authentic just may not mean authentic. Okay, so on this next clip, it is in French. So what I'm gonna have to do is discuss what's going on mid-conversation, but it's very important to see what's going on. This woman tries to invite this man into Islam. They're in a public setting, and he just simply goes off. Check it out.
Pourquoi vous habitez ici si vous êtes bien dans l'islam? Bah oui, allez par derrière. Moi, quand je suis dans d'autres pays étrangers, je respecte les mœurs de là-bas.
Je suis né ici, monsieur.
Ouais,
La religion, ça n'a rien à voir avec les origines.
C'est encore
Mais
plus
gardez
lent.
ça pour vous, ça va pas.
Aller en Iran et
Non, je veux
je
rester
sais pas où.
ici. Non, je paye mes
Vous
impôts
comportez
comme tout le monde.
comme des envahisseurs.
D'accord.
All right, so early on, we can see a conversation's being had, and he's mad. He's saying, you're acting like an invader. If you want to do that, if you want to join Islam, go to Iran. He's telling her just like, go to another country. Don't bring that here. Don't try to overflood our country with Islam.
Même si vous êtes né ici, j'en ai rien à foutre.
Mais moi, j'en ai rien à foutre de votre avis,
je respecte les
monsieur.
mœurs du pays d'étranger. Ouais, bah oui,
Monsieur, je suis né ici, je suis plus française que vous d'origine, monsieur. Mais ça va pas. Hein.
Chez vous, là, il y a 49 pays comme ça, comme chez vous. Pourquoi vous habitez ici?
C'est-à-dire comme chez
bien dans
moi.
l'islam.
Elle est née en France, elle est française.
C'est-à-dire
Elle
comme
a
chez
qu'à se
moi.
barrer. Si elle est pas
Elle ne
bien
peut pas se
en tant que
barrer.
française,
J'ai jamais dit que j'étais pas
elle
bien. Moi,
renie ses ancêtres, elle retourne
Elle ne renie pas
ancêtres,
ses ancêtres.
l'héritage de vos
Elle suit une
ancêtres,
religion.
vous barrez.
Elle
Oui,
ne
mais on
renie
ne
pas
s'habille
ses
pas comme ça
ancêtres.
comme un fantôme.
Elle suit
Ici, on
une
est en France.
religion.
On est en France. Et
On
on
a
voit,
remarqué qu'on était en
là,
France.
vous jouez les
Comment vous
tolérants.
appelez
Vous jouez les tolérants.
Léna.
Vous jouez les tolérants. Mais on voit comment vous comportez dès que vous êtes majoritaire.
Vous allez bien?
On voit en Angleterre. On a vu en Angleterre.
I think this clip later on will make so much more sense towards the end of the video. The problem with calling people to Islam is that most of these people, especially female Muslims that are going out trying to call people to Islam, legit do not know what Islam teaches. And we'll see that in the next clip. So the problem is that the knowledgeable people of Islam, and they know why they don't want Islam spreading in their neighborhoods, we are not going to sit here and allow you guys to continue to do this. It's either you guys coexist or you can freely go to another country that has this Islamic law and the Sharia. If you guys like that, like the man said, 49 other countries that you can go to where you can live under this Islamic ideology. Just save up some money and go there. And if not, wherever you're at, you're just gonna have to make do. But don't try to bring that stuff to where you're at. And that's basically all this guy is saying. But to the untrained ear of a Muslim woman, she's not gonna receive that. What she feels like in her head is all I did was call him to Islam and he attacked me. And there's one key thing that I like about what he said. Some of you may need to replay these subtitles so you can watch him and read him again. He's speaking facts. He tells her, we see how you act when you don't have the numbers. You're very tolerant. But as soon as you get the majority, look at what's happening in England. And that is so true. The takeover tries to begin.
C'est la chasse aux Français. C'est la chasse aux Anglais. C'est la chasse aux Anglais. Dès que vous êtes majoritaire, vous voulez faire votre loi. Mais on ne se sera pas faire. On ne se sera pas
Allez
faire.
voir les hommes quand vous parlez à une femme qui vous a rien demandé, qui fait ses courses.
Voyez,
Complètement taré,
moi
nous.
je suis 1m90.
C'est dimanche, on fait nos courses,
Voilà.
monsieur, on vous a rien demandé, nous. On vient se faire agresser dans des magasins, ça va pas, non? Complètement taré.
Mais c'est plus qu'être raciste. Ben oui. Il m'a dit d'aller en Iran. Oui.
Anyone who kills someone over religion is very bad. That's why I don't like what Islam has done.
That's a conversation for another time. We can agree to disagree, but
We can agree to disagree that killing over religion is wrong?
that is wrong, period. But you're saying that Islam is just this. Do you view it as a violent religion?
I don't view it. It literally says it in the Quran. It's not me saying this. I'm just reading the words that whoever wrote the Quran said.
Okay.
I mean, do you disagree with it? Do you think like women have lived better under Sharia law than like
This is a different conversation.
than America? Well, I mean, what's the point? You're saying Islam is not violent? Like I don't get what the point you're making is, or that they don't colonize.
No, I think
or
that
haven't colonized.
extremists. Well, first off, colonization has happened in every. I'm not excusing that. That's history. I'm not excusing that at all. I mean, but colonization has happened. The Christian Crusades. Of course, Islam has, colonization has, what's it called? It's been used as a tool for colonization, but at its core, it's not violent. I think
It literally
extremists.
says it in the Quran.
Extremists have used Islam as a shield and manipulated it to be like, oh, I can kill anyone who's not Muslim, but that's not. And
Do you know that in Islam?
Islamic teachings, if you kill one person, it's so wrong that it's like you've killed all of humanity. It's not right.
Yes, I know. I also feel the same way. It's very tough listening to somebody try to defend their religion, especially Muslim women, because I know majority of the Muslim women that I speak to have just been taught this stuff. They don't do any background reading for themselves to fact check what they have been taught. I'm pretty sure she doesn't even know what verse she quoted. I'll tell you. She quoted chapter 5 verses 32, which is a prescription for the children of Israel. But the very next verse in the chapter that she quotes literally gives you a prescription to unalive people for causing mischief in the land. And in 2025, if a Muslim wants to lie, they will. But mischief in the land literally considers me going into a Muslim world, holding up a sign, preaching against Islam, and trying to call people to Jesus. I can receive this punishment if they want me to.
One other Muslim. It says that if you kill a non-believer, the amount that you have to pay them is half that you would pay if you killed a Muslim. So yes, it's a two-tiered system. It absolutely is. The Hadith, the Quran.
Well, any Muslim who
also
kills
says that
someone, period. It doesn't matter if they're a Muslim or non-Muslim. It's wrong, period.
I agree that it's wrong.
Islam doesn't teach us to kill at all.
Well, then
honestly, I feel sorry for some of these people. They have been got, and at this point, they really just want people to continue to lie to them. Islam doesn't teach people to unalive people. I wonder if she even read the very next verse or even read the verse that she's quoting. She quoted chapter 5 verses 32. I wonder if she read 33, which we've already just explained. It does the opposite of what she says Islam teaches.
And then you should really read the Quran and the Hadiths and stuff.
You think it teaches us to kill?
It literally says it. I don't know exactly what hadith, we can even pull it up, but the reality of it is that under proper Islamic jurisdiction, what do they believe to do with apostates like Fabian and I right here?
We are second-class citizens, but we have to pay jizya. We are dhimmis, and we have to pay jizya for our protection. From who? From them. So yes.
Them Muslims.
Them is a government, right? Who has more power, men or women in Islam? Is it equal? Is it like our constitution, our document to say all men are created equal? Does that have anything to do with Islam? That's the problem. Your foundational documents and your foundational texts say you can wage war, say you can kill. If they're non-believers, say that you have to make them pay a tax.
Okay.
If you kill one and they're a non-believer, you pay half of what you have to pay for
I'm
a regular
telling you
one.
from my point of view, as I see. For me, Islam has been taught to me as, well, again, you're gonna twist my words, but Islam, we're not supposed to kill. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim or you're not Muslim. We're not supposed to harm people. You treat people the way that you want to be treated. I don't view someone as lower than me because they're Christian or they're Jewish.
Not you, because you're a good person.
So here we can clearly see she's at conflict with her morals and the religion that she has been taught. but the real Islam doesn't agree with her, and she doesn't agree with the real Islam, and she's struggling to cope with that. Now watch this next clip. Let's see what she does to try to clear up some of the foolery that she's been speaking.
So Hadith 6922, the Prophet said, whoever changes his religion, kill him. Hadith 3017, the Prophet said, if somebody, a Muslim, discards his religion, kill him. Hadith 4152, it is not permissible to shed the blood of a Muslim, except in 3 cases, and a person who reverts from Islam, an apostate, and leaves the Muslims. So, and I'll ask you this just to follow that up. Do you believe that the Quran is the word of Allah instead of Muhammad?
It is the word of God, yes.
Okay, because Muhammad was incapable of reading, writing, right? He was illiterate.
Yeah, he couldn't read or write.
So this is the word of Allah. And if you're...
Well, that's a hadith. The Quran is the word of God. Hadith are just
the interpretation
things that the Prophet, peace be upon him, has said.
Yeah, it's guys hundreds of years later saying this is what he wanted us to do, right? It's not the Quran. It's people saying, oh, yeah, this is what we should do. That's literally what it is. And then other guys look at it and say, oh, is it a hadith that we should really trust? Let's give it different levels. Oh, that one, no, not so much. This one, yeah. I mean, really? Like, you can't even agree on what's right? The Shia are
There's
fighting all the time.
different interpretations of Islam, so.
Different interpretations of Islam.
I'm saying that people, again, Shias, Sunnis.
So you disagree with this interpretation of the Quran, correct?
But you just said that was a hadith. That's not Quran.
What is it?
It's a hadith. You said that was just a hadith.
Do you disagree with that?
I do believe that some are strong and some are weak. I don't know the context of that, but I'm not agreeing to kill, but.
Okay.
I don't view.
What do you think is the proper?
But when you put that.
Is there a punishment that you believe in for an apostate?
What is an apostate?
Apostate for somebody that suddenly, goes from Muslim to being a religious?
No, because that's none of my business. I don't think someone should be punished for not being Muslim or being Muslim.
Then you're against one of the fundamental writings of your religion. Because that's literally what it says. He just read it to you. He just read it. He just read you the hadith. So do you disagree with the hadith? Because.
But our prophet. Oh my goodness.
It literally says he just read it to you. So if you're against that, then you're a better
some
person.
Some hadiths can be. I'm not saying that one's fabricated, but some of them can be fabricated.
Okay,
I'm not.
Do you think that one is that we just read you right now?
I actually don't know because I've never heard that hadith before. I actually don't know.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what more do we need? I mean, she just cleared it up right there. That hadith could be fabricated, but she doesn't know if it is. That's a beautiful answer. Now, let's all join Islam, right? I feel like I don't understand why they think when they say that helps. It helps them because they want to remain in the unknown. They don't want to know the truth. They don't want to dull something down so much to a key point to where you can say, you know what? You're right. Or you're wrong. They like to leave things open. This is the reason why they blend everything in with something being corrupted, altered, or distorted. Even their sources that are graded Sahih, they have issues with it graded Sahih, and Sahih means authentic. We had this happen with the first guy that was speaking, and now look at what happened with the female Muslim that was speaking to these brothers here. That's what happens whenever they get caught up in their own words, whenever their morals get twisted. Somebody somewhere had to possibly corrupt something and therefore make up a lie about Muhammad. And so now what they've started doing is just making Islam what they want it to be. They're making Muhammad what they want it to be, just like they claim these guys who write these hadiths are doing. So how in the world can we trust your religion when you yourself and other Muslims are continuously admitting they don't even know what is true or not, even within their own sources graded authentic? I gotta rent to this. Turn on that notification bell, man.